So, I want to talk about something today. It's a bit of something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Well, thinking about a lot lately. Yeah, I think. So, recently I've talked with some friends and I realized that it's kind of just difficult to understand people. And the big thing is you want to try and understand people, but it's really difficult, and it's way more difficult when they aren't willing to tell you directly. And that's the big issue I have with dealing with people or just trying to hang out with certain people because it's not that they like don't want to open up to you. It's that they want to hang out with you. They want to talk with you. They want to do all that, friendship stuff with you. And yet they're not willing to say it directly, right? And it's kind of difficult to, hang out with them if they don't want to say it directly, you know what I mean? Cuz like and I get where they're coming from because sometimes speaking your mind can sound rude or speaking your mind can be difficult sometimes. And I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta try. Like, I get it. Sometimes when you speak your mind to people you think are close to you, will understand you, and all that stuff, and then they end up just brushing it off. I know that feeling. I understand where you're coming from. I know that happens. But you can't give up on telling people just because it's happened. Because if you give up on telling people, right, when you really need help, then nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna understand. And I know some people are like, well, I don't need anybody to understand me. Doesn't matter. Nobody in my life is important to me. You're wrong. There are people in life that matter to you. Sometimes you just don't know it yet because you've never asked them for help. You never talk to them. You just don't know it. Sometimes it's just that you do know it, but you're trying to act tough and you don't want to, you know, make yourself look helpless or needy or whatever. And the point is that everybody needs one. Everybody needs somebody. And if opening up doesn't help you find the person or find the help that you wanted to have or needed, then you're opening up to the wrong person. Does that mean you should stop opening up? No. No, it doesn't. It just means they weren't the right person to open up to. And it happens. That's just life. You don't give up from that. You move on. And obviously, making new connections are easier said than done. But sometimes you gotta do the hard things to make your own life better. Sometimes you gotta go through the hard parts of life to really be able to appreciate, you know, appreciate what you didn't have or appreciate better. Sometimes you think, oh, this new thing is better. And then after a while, you realize, oh, this old thing is better. Sometimes you gotta go through something bad to appreciate what you had or to appreciate what you will have in the future better. I don't know if this like really makes any sense to anyone, but sometimes you know how like when you talk to people and they're always like, hey, we should hang out more, we should do this, we should do that, and they're always like that through text, through calls. But when you actually make the time for them and they see you doing something else while waiting for them, they get discouraged and they don't do it. They don't ask you to play the game. They don't come in. For example, I was waiting in Discord for a friend last night and they said they wanted to play this game together. So I waited for them in Discord, and while waiting, I decided to play Minecraft. And they saw me in call. They saw me playing Minecraft, and they thought they would bother me by coming in and asking me to play a different game, which is why do you think that way? Like what have I done? It's obviously my fault here, but what have I done to make you so anxious to ask me to stop playing a game that I'm playing, to play a different game with you? Right? Like, I'm willing to do that. Like, obviously not all the time. If you ask me to play some sort of horror game, obviously I'm not gonna play it. But this game isn't anything like that, and it's not, out of bounds type of game that I would never touch. In fact, you asked me to download it. Well, you pestered me until I downloaded it, but I did, and I told you I downloaded it. And if you want to play together, just say you want to play together, because if I didn't want to play together at all, I wouldn't have downloaded it. And even if I did, I wouldn't have told you if I didn't want to play with you. So, just, if you're seeing me doing something else, it doesn't mean I can't stop doing that thing. Especially when it's just playing a game, right? Like, it's not like I'm performing surgery or someone, and then halfway through performing that surgery, you're like, hey, let's play this game together. Yeah, obviously I can't do that, but I'm not doing anything like that. So it's just like, just be honest with your feelings. Like, you want to ask me to do something, just do it. Like, I don't know why you think I would just get mad at you or whatever. Like, I'm not that easy to get pissed at. Like, you'd expect me to get angry after you pestered me to download that game that I said no a couple times, but I eventually did it, and I told you I did it. So just ask. Sometimes I feel like people they're so afraid of not just rejection in this case. They're so afraid that, like, they're forcing someone into doing something, or they feel like they're forcing someone into doing something when someone's already said yes. I feel like people should understand that once people say yes, don't be the self-doubt. Don't be the person that doubts their yes. Because if you doubt their yes, then they're gonna be like, well, clearly they don't care. They just wanted me to say yes and then flick out or forget about it. And that's not good. So, yeah, that's just what I thought about after a few events from yesterday. One event from yesterday, actually. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know the purpose of this video. I don't even know what I'm going to title it. It's probably going to be something stupid, but yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. See you guys. Bye-bye.